Welcome to the beautiful city of Oaxaca. After an incredible road trip through the mountains of the Northern Sierra from Veracruz, I have arrived to the city where I'm spending a few days revisiting some of my favorite spots. In today's video, we're going to investigate the best sights to see and, of course, the best places to eat. I started the morning at my hotel, Casa Arnel, with a big cup of coffee and some fruit and yogurt. Papaya in Mexico is truly elite. Welcome to the colorful Jalatlaco neighborhood of Oaxaca. It is just east, sort of the city center. It's where I'm basing myself for the next couple of days while I'm here. And I'm going to do some exploring here and head into the center of the city soon. So let's get exploring. If you get my Mexico newsletters, you'll have seen my Mexico spotlight of this neighborhood last week. If you don't get my newsletters, you can sign up in the link in the description below. Jalatlaco is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Oaxaca. Before the Spanish arrived, it was a Zapotec village, and the name Jalatlaco means sand canyon or sandbank. It's now a barrio mágico, a designation given to neighborhoods around Mexico that have something special to preserve. Wander the streets here and you'll discover incredible street art, beautiful architecture, and delicious food. My first stop was to explore Mercado de la Merced, one of the city's oldest markets and a good place for a mid-morning snack. It's a classic local neighborhood market with food stalls, produce, raw meat, and a few artisan products. La Merced is mostly a food market, so if you want to come here for breakfast, that's a really great idea. They have amazing tamales. They also have hot chocolate. I got a little sweet treat. It has coconut inside. It looks like shaved coconut, a little fried pastry. After a little sugar rush, I headed into the downtown area past some of the insanely colorful buildings and pedestrian streets. Oaxaca definitely feels more vibrant and much cleaner than the last time I was here in 2018. I stopped at my favorite church in the city, Santo Domingo. Construction for this church started in 1575, but it wasn't completed until almost 200 years later. Then in the 19th century, it was used as a military barracks. It wasn't fully returned to the Dominicans until 1994. Now it's home to a stunning church, the magical ethnobotanical gardens, and the Santo Domingo Culture Museum. After that, I stopped into the Museum of Contemporary Art, which is free to visit and has constantly rotating exhibits to check out. I really loved the courtyard and the exhibit upstairs. I followed the pedestrian road that connects Santo Domingo with the Zócalo, or the main plaza in Oaxaca. There are tons of great vendors here selling all kinds of souvenirs, and it's also where you'll find the Metropolitan Cathedral of Oaxaca. Not nearly as ornate as Santo Domingo, it's a peaceful place to come and a cool respite from the brutal Oaxacan sun. Whenever I travel, especially when I travel solo a lot for work, it's really important for me to stay connected back home, especially to Luke and mostly my mom, to let them know how I'm doing, where I am, especially if I'm by myself doing some traveling. I always like to send them my PIN or the destination where I'm starting the day and where I'm ending the day. And the best way to do that is with an eSIM. It allows you to easily connect to a local network and have data wherever you are. That's why I'm excited to have Saley as the sponsor of today's video. I've been using their eSIMs now for almost a year and have loved how well they work. The Saily eSIM is incredibly user-friendly and easy to use. All you have to do is download the Saily app, choose which country or region you're going to be traveling to, select a plan based on how much data you need or how many days you'll be traveling for, and then at checkout, enter Laura Bronner in the coupon area to get 15% off your purchase. Once you buy the eSIM, Saily will walk you through exactly how to set it up before your trip, so that as soon as you land, you'll be able to connect to a local network and stay in touch with family and friends back home. You can then use the app to check how much data you have left or top up more when it runs low. Saily have given me a code for you guys to use to get 15% off your order, so just type in Laura Bronner at checkout in the coupon area, and you'll get 15% off on your next purchase. So download the app now and get traveling, and I'm gonna get back to traveling myself. I've been waiting to get to Oaxaca so that I could finally do some shopping. The artisan and market shopping in Oaxaca is some of the best in the entire country. I headed to Mercado Benito Juarez in search of a pair of huaraches, or leather shoes. I hit the jackpot here with a whole alley full of shoe vendors. I loved them so much, I ended up buying 2 pairs. At this point, I was getting pretty hangry. My intention was to go to Mercado 20 de Noviembre, which is known for its Paseo de Humo, or smoke alley. It's filled with barbecue meat. Unfortunately, the market was closed the day that I was walking around, so I decided to go back to Mercado de la Merced for lunch. The mole on top of this tlayuda is unlike anything I've ever tasted before. It's like smoky. And it's not just the meat, it's the sauce, because when I taste it just on its own, it's almost got like a tobacco-like flavor, like really earthy, really nutty. And it has that smell too, I think also because they cooked the tortilla, the tlayuda, on a fire. It's crispy. It has like a woody taste. Share it with the pigeons. Really good. Tlayuda was incredible. It's really hot now, so time for a little siestita, I think. Head back to my hotel, have a rest, do some work, drink some water. So cool. After waiting out the heat of the day, catching up on work, I headed back out for sunset, and it felt like everyone else in the city did too. The light at this time of day was so beautiful. I was meeting up with a friend to go for a drink at what has been named the best bar in the world by one of those top 50 bars lists. So, let's go see if it's worth it. You guys know I'm more of a beer and cantina gal, but it's fun every now and again to put some lipstick on and sip an artisan cocktail. It was a fun vibe and the drinks were really delicious. They all came with their own unique snack, but at $10 or $15 a pop, I wouldn't say it's a requirement for your time here in Oaxaca. Good morning. Look at this beautiful blue sky. I can't not comment about it. This morning, my last morning here in Oaxaca, because my flight leaves in the middle of the night, essentially. Tomorrow, I am headed on a food tour. I've never done a food tour in Oaxaca, although I've been here before. So I'm excited to get a little bit more information about the history and the culture of the food. We're not just gonna have the classic tlayudas and stuff. We're gonna dig a little bit deeper. They call this tour the Ancestral food tour. So I think it's gonna be really cool to learn more and share it all with you. So let's get eating. I haven't had breakfast, just a cup of coffee. So I'm looking forward to filling up. The morning started back at the market that we're all very familiar with by now, Mercado de la Merced. The first meal on this tour is one of my favorite breakfasts in Mexico, tamales. We got a few to share and then took them over to Fonda Florecita to order some chocolate atole.
Like this.
Oh.
So you mix it from the middle.
They're engaged.
Wow, that looks really good.
What did you get in yours? This is a cambray. It's grind beans, potatoes, carrots, and red sauce.
I'm curious, were the prices the same for everyone, or do they have more expensive for meat?
So I'm gonna use your as a example. So it's gonna come like this. If the woman presents you the drink like this, that means engagement.
Okay.
So it's a surprise, and you know that it's gonna be a wedding in the family.
We explored some of the incredible street art around this part of Oaxaca as we slowly made our way to the next food stop. This guisado restaurant called Tacos Chayito is home to some of the best guisados I've had in all of Mexico. The quality, the variety, the flavor were all amazing. They made tortillas by hand on a comal alongside a few other additions. I opted for a taste of the chicken liver and egg, very yummy. Then I got rib meat stew in my taco, as well as this egg and hoja santa leaf. So far we've had tamales, atole, tacos de guisado, and then the tacos with the hoja santa leaf and egg. My favorite has been the pork rib guisado. It was so good, but I'm starting to get a little full. Gotta do a little buffet dance. Still have a few more things to have, a few more drinks to try, and a few more foods to sample. Walking in between them I think is helping. Our next stop was for a drink that is very traditional here in Oaxaca, tejate, which is made of corn masa, cacao flour, fermented cocoa beans, and the ground pit of a mamey. I was starting to feel pretty full at this point, but we had a nice 15-minute walk to help digest and enjoy the stunning sights along the way. This was the penultimate stop and the last food stop on this tour. We ate incredible local dishes of memelas with mushrooms and cheese, as well as garnachas, which are the small ones topped with pork, salsa, cheese, and pickles. It was so good. We washed it down with aguamiel, pulque, and tepache, which is fermented pineapple juice. Then we walked by the stunning old aqueduct that dates back to 1751. Our final stop was to the chocolateria, which welcomed us with the comforting smell of chocolate. Since it was close to 100 degrees outside, I went for an iced beverage.
And as the ice melts, it'll be more slurpy.
It's cold, it's chocolatey, but not too sweet, not too rich, like a little sorbet.
Mm-hmm.
I am so happy to be back in this city. As a foodie, it's really a must on any Mexico itinerary, as this food tour has once again shown me. I hope you enjoyed exploring the best of this city with me. No amount of time will ever be enough to see absolutely everything, especially in a city this spectacular. But since I've been here before, I could skip out on a few of the essentials like the Culture Museum and the Ethnobotanical Gardens. In next week's video, we head out on a few epic day trips, so be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on more of this amazing state. If you love Mexico as much as I do, be sure to sign up for my Mexico newsletter so you can learn about new destinations, travel tips, and Mexico news. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time.